Hi peoples, it's me Indigo, and today I've noticed he recently made a new tune, Yetta. She's like a pinata thingy, right? And I thought to myself, wow, there's like a lot of individually designed characters. I thought, m- what is my opinion? I know nobody asked for it, and frankly, I didn't have unlocked any of them. But I do play Dandy's World, and I do like to critique things, and I do love cute little like weird little thingamabobbers. Okay, so now let's get to the video. I'll be ranking it from worst to best, and I think I have some really hot takes for the Daddy's World community. I'm sorry about that in advance. Okay, F tier Shrimpo. I actually really hate the shrimp. Like, I fucking hate that shrimp. I fucking hate Shrimpo on this channel. I know I haven't shown it, but if I do anything Daddy's World in the future, probably make Shrimpo suffers. I really just hate Shrimpo. Like, his design's ugly. He's just ugly in general. Okay, D tier. We got Cole. God damn it. We got Cole. Cole's, if you don't know, it's Bobette's pet dog. It's like Pebble, but for Bobette, because Bobette's like a less evil dandy. Okay. But Cole's just ugly. I guess what saved it from S tier was the fact it had like the cute little earmuffs. And it got the vibe of like those dogs. And you know, like Tom and Jerry, there's like that one dog who gave Tom like a crap ton of liquor, like make him feel better and not cold anymore. That guy. And I remember that fondly, so I put him up higher. Next one, Flutters. I recently tried to draw Flutters and realized I hate this guy. So out of that trauma response, and also frankly the color palette's like really ugly. Like I don't know why, but I just really hate it. I hate the look that Flutters looks like. Now here's the most unpopular opinion, okay? I think Goob is like a really bad design. Okay, don't come at me, but I guess Goob's theme was that he's like some sort of monster, if I'm not mistaken. Like some sort of monster, possibly based off of the Grab Pack Hands Poppy Playtime. What brought him down for me is the fact that he's paired up with Scraps because they're siblings. I have a problem with that because most pairings in Dandies will have some sort of theme. Like, for example, Poppy and Boxen have like some sort of theme, like early, just like generic 70s cartoon. As shown, Dandy are night and day. Cosmo and Sprout have like a good baking motif. V and Shelly have like past future, but I kind of don't like that. But Tisha and like for example, one of my favorite pairings is I think Tegan and Roger because they're paired together like old noir cartoons. She's some like the rich Tegan's like the rich like madam, and like Roger's a detective. And Toodles also works as like the little like sprunky sidekick. And you can even see the pairings as of recently, like Yetta and Looney. They're supposed to be like weird animal birthday things. I don't see anything between Good and Scraps. I said Good, I'm a Goob. Goob and Scraps. I don't see anything relating to the two because Scraps has like some sort of cat paper motif, but Goob doesn't have any like sort of craft design. It's not even a dog. Like people headcanon it, but headcanon and canon is like two different things. Another argument you guys can make is like, oh, what if they're a found family? Still, if they're paired together, they should like bounce off each other pretty well. So yeah, because of that, Goop just doesn't do it for me. And also, the design's kind of ugly. So yeah, that too. Okay, we're up to C tier, and it's Finn. If you guys don't know who Finn is, because I just remembered him recently, because I just watched this one thing. Finn's a forgettable character. That's why he's in C tier. Like every time I look at him, I was like, oh, he's okay. Not the best. I didn't even know he existed half the time. Because like his mute color palette, it's like really blends in with everything. You have like really bright, vibrant characters, so he kind of gets lost in the sauce. Next one, speak of the devil, Toodles. I I like Toodles with the theming. That's what brought it up higher. But I kind of don't like Toodles as a design. I just don't know. I don't like the 8 ball. It's just like weird. I don't really have a good explanation for it. That's why I put it in C. Next one's Astro. No, next one's Astro. I like Astro, but his design's a little iffy. I feel they could have done like the crescent moon thing better. I like the nightcap and the blanket because it hides like his twisted form, like all the arms. But frankly, I think it wasn't executed the best. I think they could like do a little bit more with the concept of Astro. It's like some depressed moon guy. I think they could have done a little more with that. Okay, next up is Sprout. I know, main for main. I know. I'm really weird. Okay. So I don't like Sprout's design because I just hate that little stupid hair thing and like the scarf. Everything else is good. I just really don't like those two things. Boxton's next. I don't know why I put Boxton over Sprouts actually, but Boxton at least has some like He's a starter. He has like the basic vibe of Dandy's World, I guess. Not as good as Poppy, but okay. Next we have Gigi. I think Gigi as a concept, I think the character concept's like really good, like a gotcha character with like all these extra like thingamabobbers. I think her design could have been like done a little bit more, but frankly, I think I'll go with what we have here. So let's just put it in, like high C. Now we're entering B tier. B tier is Tegan. I like Tegan's things. She, like I said, she reminds me of like the rich woman of like most detective shows. And with that aesthetic, and her model actually doesn't look that bad. The art doesn't do her any justice, but the model is actually good. Next up is Poppy. Again, I like how she looks like Minnie Mouse. It gives off the tune, it gives off like the vibe, but I just like the really bright blue, like the bright baby blue. But I put her in C tier because I haven't unlocked the other tune, so I'll just see her stupid face. Because of that, I kind of just don't like her. I don't like her, so she's like down there. Okay. Next up is Pebble. I like Pebble because it's a little dog, but there's nothing you really do with it. Now are we leaving? Now at the end of at the end of B tier, it's Glisten. I think I don't know why I like Glisten, to be honest. I guess it's like the bright yellow and like it's the personality, like his character shows. Like he's really unique compared to Danny's World cast. He's like really unique compared to everybody else. And I think what made me like him was the mirror mirror on the wall meme. If those who know. But anyways, now we're entering to A tier, and yeah, Rudy is at the bottom of A tier. I love the design of Rudy. Don't get me wrong, but it's a reindeer, and there's not really much you could do with that. So it's low A tier. Next up is V. I like V's color palette, but I just don't like the design. There's just something about it I don't like. Next up is actually let me move this down a little bit. Okay, yeah. Next up is Cosmo. I don't like Cosmo. I kind of I'm okay with him. I get his vibe, I get his aesthetic, like the stars and everything. Don't like it. I don't know. I guess I just don't like the dessert they chose. I feel like it's a little. I know. I have like really terrible opinions, but other than that, though, it's a good design. Like it's like a person who baked. It looks like you're a nonchalant baker. I guess that's something. You got Brightney. I love Brightney. I don't know why she's really underrated. If you can see, Brightney has like a little plug-in tail, and I really like that about her. And like her little, like her bright motif. I like it. Next, we have Ginger. Or Gingy, I don't know. I don't know. She's I don't know. She's the cookie one from the Christmas DLC. I like her a lot actually. I like the broken up cookie. It doesn't really catch. It doesn't really like look clutter with like the huge bite in it. It looks like it matches well with the Christmas motif, even though it's like March right now as I'm recording this. Next up, we have Yeti. Yeti. You'd be asking Brandon, you're like really critiquing all of this shit. Why'd you let like the newest tune up high? It frankly looks good. I like Yada because she runs a pinata core, and usually the designs based off of pinatas look cluttered, but her surprisingly doesn't. Simple color palette, looks like a Yeti. It also reminds me of that one bitch from like Yo Gabba Gabba, like Toothy, whatever her face is. I don't know. Okay, we're last one in A tier is Shelly. I like Shelly's motif, even though she gaslit me thinking that she's a cinnamon roll, but she's a shell, and I think I really like that concept for her because the shell gives her like the vibe, and it's like really nice vibe. I like the shell head. Okay, next up it's Roger. I love Roger, but I think his design is just it's pretty basic. But I like the like detective thing, and you know what? I like Roger, so this is my tier list. I'm putting him up higher. Next up, I don't know. This might be like really harsh, but I put Tisha up higher because one, I think of Trisha Paytas every time I say her name, but also it's because I think her design works well. Instead of most tissue characters like neat freak or disease people, no, she's like she has the aesthetic of like a little maid thing, and I like that aesthetic. Okay, next up is Scraps. Frankly, I love Scraps' aesthetic, but recently I drew her and I like really hated drawing her because of the Pentagon head. I kind of don't like her for that, so that's to put her in like low A tier. But I love the design though. All like the colors and the pattern, like her being like a piece of paper, cat piece of paper. I like that. I like that. They should do that more. Next up is Looney. Looney, I think, was like the definition of an underdog, literally, because he's like a dog. But he's based off like those little balloon dogs. I think that works in his favor because now he can match with Yada, like the birthday animal thingy. Okay, and it's like the little walking. I like Looney. Next up, we got Bobbette. I fucking love Bobbette, but she's not the best. But I love Bobbette. Out of all the Christmas DLC, I love Bobbette. Cause like her head bubbles around, like she just built like Christmas joy. She's built like Athena P. Athena P. If you see this, you're like a really good YouTuber. Okay, but next up we have like the second place is Razzle and Dazzle. I know, Razzle and Dazzle. They're like really obscure for some reason. I don't see them around that often. But I think I personally love their design. I think like they took the comedy and tragedy thing, but made it less like, oh, multiple personalities. They made it more like two heads on one body. And I think I like that. I like the whole ribbon thingy, like the little ribbon cloth. But you guys know who's the last one if you guys are paying attention. If not, I get it. I don't do that either. But next, the best character design I think is Connie. Connie, I think, is like a really good character. But she doesn't fit in, but I think that works in her favor. Because she's a ghost. Ghost is supposed to be unnerving and out of the open. And I think her design really does it well. That's my tier list. I'll do the Twisteds next, because why not? Like, I'm here. I'm here all week. Okay, bye, guys.